Well, you guys, this is not a video I thought I was gonna have to make, but unfortunately I made the biggest dumb mistake that any fish keeper could make, and I'm definitely paying for it right now. We have a problem with the fish being sick in the tank, and we already have 3 casualties, which I will go over. But the big mistake, I was really dumb, and I hope we can all learn from this. I'm not gonna try to hide this. I like to share the good things, and unfortunately, some bad things happen as well in this hobby. It's kind of inevitable, but I just hope that this is going to be a good learning experience for all of us, and hopefully the fish can bounce back. So about 3 weeks ago, I added these plants into my American cichlid tank. I made a little video on it. And fast forward 3 weeks later to today, and all my fish have the most severe case of ick I've ever seen, as well as they're getting these weird red bumps and sores on them. And this is 100% my fault. I truly believe that this is because the plants carried this disease, which I didn't even think about that being an option at the time. And doing some research, it looks like these plants can carry diseases if the tank you got them from, had those diseases in them. And which is really weird because at the local fish store I got these plants from, there were no fish even in the tanks. So unless the water filtration system was hooked up to some other tanks, and those tanks had some diseases, that's the only thing I can really think of. So in the past, I've always been able to beat ick naturally just by raising the tank temperature slowly to about 86 degrees and then putting some salt in the aquarium, some, salt that is safe for the fish. But this has been the most severe ick outbreak I think I've ever gotten. And, this guy, I'm not going to get too close to him, but, he's just not doing great. But I think we need to take some better measures here. So I went and got some super ick cure. Not sure how good this stuff is going to work, but I'm just going to put in the dose for a 75 gallon and keep the temperature up at 86 degrees. And hopefully everybody that's left will bounce back. And yeah, this is just not what you want to see. So I put a little bit less than the full dose in. As you guys can see, it turns your tank water blue. These are my normal white lights. And, typically I don't like to use medication. I like to try to solve it naturally with just raising the temperature and just throwing some salt in there to help the fish. But I was losing fish. I was getting a little desperate, so I had to throw in some medication to help. I'll leave the medication in for 48 hours. Then it says repeat the dose and then do a water change. So it'll be 4 days till I can do my water change. And I just hope the guys that I have left hold on. And, yeah, I'll come back with you guys in an update in a little bit. And it's just such a big bummer too, because the plants, despite being nibbled at a little bit, they were doing all right. The Anubias looked great. The Java Fern looked pretty good. They were picked at a little bit, but overall it was all going so well. I had no idea that the plants could bring in diseases like this. I literally didn't even think that didn't even cross my mind that the plants could bring in disease. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because I haven't added fish in forever in this tank, it seems like, besides that electric blue Jack Dempsey. But, everything's been fine since then. I guess it's possible that a fish got stressed and got ick, but it all happened at once. It seemed like one day all my fish were fine. The next day, every single one of them was covered in ick. So, yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm 90% sure it was from the plants, but, like I said, who knows? I'm pretty sure it is the plants, though, because I've never seen anything like this, really. Well, here we are 4 days later, and everything seems to have calmed down. Every fish that is remaining in this tank so far has seemed to make a full recovery, and they all are looking good now. So getting into the bad news here, guys. We started off before this with 13 fish, and we are sadly down to 6. We lost over half of the fish. We lost 7 fish. And yeah, that is a tough one. So let's just go ahead. Let's get into who we have left in the tank here. We have my mouth brooding Severum right here, who made it. Surprisingly, my electric blue Jack Dempsey made it. I thought he was going to be a goner because electric blue Jack Dempseys are notoriously known to have, not the greatest defense when it comes to immune systems. So he made it. My red spot gold Severum made it. 2 of the Harlequin Rasboras. And 1 of the sharks. Now, getting on to the casualties, Yeah, just not great at all. We lost all of the geophagus, redhead tapajos, as well as we lost 3 of the 4 roseline sharks or torpedo barbs. Here is the last remaining one. The biggest one survived. But everything in here seems to have been, doing well, thankfully. But I will keep a close eye on this tank. And it just sucks. I truly believe that all this could have been avoided if I would have done my research with the plants. Now, I don't know necessarily what I would have done I don't know if you can quarantine plants or what, but you can see the guys are all fired up right now. But yeah, I really don't know what I could have done differently, I guess. You guys let me know in the comment section what you think happened. Do you think it was the plants? Do you think maybe it was something else? I guess it's possible one of my fish got stressed out and got some ick and, that infected everybody, but it's not likely. I didn't really notice any aggression or anything besides, I guess, what you see of the Severums chasing each other around right now, which is kind of unusual. But yeah, I just hope everyone can kind of learn from this dumb mistake, easily avoidable mistake, in my opinion. I'll take full responsibility. And yeah, it's never great when something like this happens. And sorry this was, not a normal video on the channel. This is something that, does not happen very often. But like I said, I like to share the good things, but I'll also share the mistakes. I don't want to hide this from you guys. And yeah, just hope we can all learn from it. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sorry, this is, yeah, like I said, not a typical video. But yeah, just keep on going with the fish and make sure that they recover. And not sure what I'm going to do with this tank yet, or what I'm going to do with the livestock. I'm definitely going to wait a while before I add anything in, but maybe looking at some different livestock options than previously. But, we'll see. And I'm curious to see what you guys think in the comments. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace out, y'all.